I'm going to ask each of the select board members to introduce themselves to ensure we have a quorum, starting with you, Jamie.
Jamie Stebbins.
I'm Jennifer Stacy.
I'm Mark Lamb.
I'm Dottie Fulgenetti.
And I'm Craig Barker.
And we have our Town Administrator, Connor Reed, Assistant Town Administrator, Sean Dugan, and Executive Assistant, Elizabeth Hegg. And I want to let everyone know that this meeting is being recorded and broadcast live on Easton Cable Access Television, and it is available to watch upon demand. We do have Zoom capabilities, so Sean will be keeping his eye on the Zoom room. If anybody has any questions or comments, please put them in the Q&A, and Sean will let us know. So we're going to jump right into it today. The first thing that we have is Manufacturing Day Proclamation. October 4th, the first week of October is Manufacturing Day, and it's an important industry to Massachusetts and to Easton in particular. So, Craig, you want to read that?
Sure. Manufacturing Day Proclamation. Whereas the manufacturing sector plays a vital role in the economic strength, innovation, and resilience of the town of Easton, contributing to the prosperity and well-being of our community. And whereas Manufacturing Day provides a unique opportunity to recognize and celebrate the important contributions made by our local manufacturers, whose dedication to excellence, quality, and ingenuity drives the success of Easton's industries. And whereas Manufacturing Day serves to inspire the next generation of skilled workers, engineers, and innovators by showcasing the diverse opportunities available in the manufacturing sector and by promoting the pursuit of careers that will shape the future of our community and our nation. And whereas Easton is home to a variety of manufacturers whose products reach markets near and far, further underscoring the importance of this industry to both our local economy and the global marketplace. And whereas by supporting Manufacturing Day, we encourage continued investment in our local workforce, educational partnerships, and technological advancements that will ensure the sustained growth and competitiveness of the manufacturing industry in Easton and beyond. Therefore, we, the Select Board of the Town of Easton, do hereby proclaim October 4th, 2024 as Manufacturing Day in Easton, Massachusetts, and call upon all residents to recognize the essential role that manufacturing plays in our town, to engage with local manufacturers, and to support the continued development of this dynamic and essential industry. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the Town of Easton to be affixed this 23rd day of September 2024. Dottie Fulgenetti, Craig Barger, Mark Lamb, Jamie Stebbins, and Jennifer Stacy.
Thanks, Craig. Mark, are you still chair of the Economic Development Council?
Yes.
Would you like to make a comment or anything on manufacturing?
You have put me on the spot. Well, we have a few manufacturing facilities in Easton. I can't think of...
Northeastern.
Well, in Northeastern, yes, and we come from a community of manufacturing. Obviously, we're built on shovels and paid for a lot of what we're in right now. But local manufacturing, local regional manufacturing is important. It contributes to the economy, the workforce, keeps the money inside of our area, of our economy. So it's a wonderful thing.
That's great. And they offer great training programs, too,
Yes.
for people that want to go into those fields. The high-tech manufacturing is really a lucrative field to be in, and we have a lot of Northeastern Machine has been here forever across the street on Elm Street, and then in our industrial park, we have a lot of manufacturing facilities in there as well. So thank you, everyone.
Dottie, could I just make one comment too? Being
Sure.
in manufacturing for the last 15 years, our plant, not in Massachusetts, unfortunately, but just outside of Chicago, we host, this year, 180 students came through, so 10 different schools, and we continue to do this, and we're trying to grow that number where we have manufacturing days at the plant and bring kids through. And we've gained a number of interns through that program who have now become engineers that work for us as well. So we've watched over the last 15 years of this program how it's really educated folks on, you're right, what we do and how important manufacturing is. Not only locally, but then we're a global company, so we're net exporter to a lot of countries. So it's fantastic. I am very, very proud to be signing on to this. So
That's great. I forgot that was your field. I knew that now that you say that, you're refreshing my memory, and I appreciate your perspective on that.
yeah, thank you.
Excellent. All right, we will sign that afterwards, after the meeting. The second item that we have is Drug Take-Back Day on October 26, 2024, at the police station. Chief Boone has confirmed that Drug Take-Back Day will happen on the 26th. It'll be held in the parking lot from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The police department also plans to send out notifications during the week of September 23rd, including posts to social media. So it's a great time to clean out your medicine cabinets. If you have unused or expired human or pet medication, bring it back. And you can, you'll see the table, drive into the parking lot. Don't park on the street and walk all the way through. They'll take it right out of your car, and you can just go around in a circle in the parking lot. So we hope people will do that. It's not uncommon to get a couple 100 pounds of medication, believe it or not. People do save them, especially if there's people that are ill in their family. All right, now we will get on to the licenses and permits. The first item that we have is a vehicle for hire license application. Ronaldo Pitts, doing business as Z&M Legacy LLC, 67 Emily Jeffers Road in Randolph. Are you here? Come on up. You can just sit at the table, and you can move that microphone, the standing one, out of the way.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Very good. Just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your business.
Alrighty, so my name is Ronaldo Pitts, and started this business back in June of this year, and we do car service. So, you hire the vehicle, and we can do, whether it's airport transfers or limousine service for any sort of venue, dinner dates, concerts. We do it all.
That's excellent.
Thank you.
You're going to have to start posting on some of the local Facebook pages so people know how to find you.
Okay, yeah, I've been trying to find ways to get the business, because I currently own another business, but it's more on the bus side versus this is more direct facing with clients.
That's great. Well, there's definitely a need, so thank you for being here with us.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
And your company is Z&M Legacy,
Yes.
if people are looking for you.
Alrighty.
All right? Anybody have any comments or questions?
Well, thank you for doing business in the local area. We appreciate it.
Of course.
All right. With that, Craig?
Move to approve the vehicle for hire license application for Ronaldo Pitts, doing business as Z&M Legacy LLC, 67 Emily Jeffers Road in Randolph, Massachusetts.
Second.
So that's Barger and Lamb. All in favor? Unanimous. Excellent. Congratulations, and thank you again for doing business in Easton.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have some one-day liquor licenses. The first one is Black Hat Brew Works.
I'm sorry, Dottie, we skipped item 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I jumped ahead. No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. So we have a new common victualler license for Big Y Foods at 25 Robert Drive. Nobody's here for that.
I believe they're meeting with one of the planning boards the same night, tonight, for
Okay.
the site plan.
So we have an application for a new common vic license for Big Y Foods at 25 Robert Drive, submitted by Heather Bysensky. There's drawings of the proposed seating areas, and the application's been reviewed by town departments with no concerns. In addition to the indoor seating, Big Y is also proposing 4 tables to be located in the recessed patio outside of the store's exit. Both the planning board and the ZBA are considering their application for the outdoor seating. Probably that's what's happening now. Included is a detailed letter originally submitted to the Planning and Zoning Board describing the outdoor seating plan. So we could vote to approve this contingent on approvals from the planning board and ZBA. Anybody have any comments or questions?
No, anybody's been to the Big Y recently where they've completely renovated the inside of the building? It's pretty impressive now. Takes a while to learn where everything's stocked, but it's pretty impressive. So I move to approve the new common victular license for the Big Y Foods at 25 Robert Drive, contingent upon approvals from the Planning Board and the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Second.
So that's Bodger and Lamb. All in favor? Unanimous. Terrific. All right, now we are on to the one-day liquor licenses. So the first one is Black Hat Brew Works for a pickleball tournament at 153 Chestnut Street, October 5th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And if you'd like to come up and just introduce yourself. tell us a little bit about Black Hat Brew Works.
Hi, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Thank you for having me. My name is Paul Mulcahy. I'm the owner of Black Hat Brew Works. We are a brewery in Bridgewater, Massachusetts, located off Route 104. We've been in business since late 2015. And we were asked by the folks putting on this pickleball tournament if we would be able to come and serve beer on Saturday, October 5th, for their pickleball tournament. And so we are here to apply for a one-day license to be able to go over and do that with those folks.
Okay, great. Anybody have any comments or questions?
And this pickleball tournament is at Brown Malone here in Easton.
That is correct.
Okay.
Sounds like a great take and a great time. So thanks for coming out and supporting. Yeah, pickleball is everywhere. It's I'm sure the turnout's going to be amazing.
It's certainly a growing sport. We've been lucky enough to do a couple of things in Easton in the past, mostly with Simpson Spring. Prior to COVID, there were a couple of events that they put on where we went to their facility and poured beer for, I think, their holiday event. So we're happy to be back here in the town.
Great.
That's great, and congratulations on a successful business for all these years.
Thank you very much.
All right, Craig?
So I move to approve a one-day liquor license for Black Hat Brew Works Pickleball Tournament, 153 Chestnut Street in Easton, October 5th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Second.
That's Bodger and Lamb, all in favor? Unanimous. Excellent. Good luck at the event.
Thank you all so much.
All right.
Very much appreciated.
Thanks.
And Stonehill College, the Athletics Hall of Fame reception, 320 Washington Street, October 25th, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. About it?
Nobody here? Okay, so I move to approve the Stonehill College Athletics Hall of Fame reception, 320 Washington Street in Easton, October 25th, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Second.
That's Bodger and Lamb. All in favor? Unanimous. Next is a road closure request for the fire department's annual open house, September 28th, 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Lothrop Street. Come on up, Chief.
Good evening, Chief.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for having me. So we're having our annual open house coming on Saturday. We're excited about it. The last couple of years, we've really ramped it up, and we've come to the conclusion that we need a little bit more safety for our residents that come and see us, especially our littlest residents. And as we all know, on Lothrop Street, excuse me, the ramp for the fire station is pretty close to the road. And when we get out front, they look at the trucks, they're pretty close to the road. So worked with Dr. Cabral and Chief Boone and Director Field to see if we could route traffic through Blanche Ames just for the period of the open house, both directions. And in your packet, you have the little map I drew, I believe. Yeah. You can see what we want to do. So other than requesting that, and hopefully in your good graces, we can approve that and get a little free press from this side of it for the open house. That is my proposal.
Well, the open house is always a big treat. Kids love it, being able to get to see all the cool engines and everything. So thank you for continuing that. And you're going to have like some vendors or tables there?
So Michelle Ferrer, one of our administrative assistants, and Kathleen Finnohara, they're amazing at planning this, and they have a lot of free giveaways. We're not doing any like fundraising or anything like that, but it's giveaways, and a lot of great charities have helped out with that, sponsoring it, and it goes to help people, and it provides public safety items, smoke detectors, and various things, and drive some interest. So there's tables for them, and then we also have tables for other organizations in town that want to be there and present. And it's a great, not just for the fire department, it's a great community event where everybody can come out and learn more about the community, not just the fire department. Well, everything from CPR class or pseudo class out in the apparatus bay for people. Dunk the deputies, that's a new one this year. So if you want to do a dunk tank with our deputy chiefs, police and fire, come on down. We'll make sure they actually hits for you too. So, the special ball, it goes right to the bullseye for you.
Well, why isn't it Dunk the Chief?
I have to MC. I got out of it.
Oh, okay. Also, the alliteration is better.
That is true.
yes.
Right? That is true. Dunk the deputies. Yeah, it definitely works. And I'm all for selling it that way too. So.
Got out of that one.
I did. We're having our, we put together a real special burn prop, and we're working with ECAT to do a second burn. And what it is, so then it's kind of near and dear because I think it's taken hold, is that the fire departments across the state have done a sprinkler prop where they demonstrate the difference between a bedroom fire without a sprinkler and a bedroom fire with a sprinkler. And that's a great prop, but people can't go home and just put sprinklers in their home, and I recognize that. But one thing that's really important to me is getting people to close their bedroom doors when they sleep, because it saves lives. And you can go on ECAT and see our open house from last year, and we have this prop where we put 2 bedrooms next to each other with a common hallway, one with a door and one without, and we start a fire in the hallway. And we show the difference of how the fire goes right into the room with the door open, and it doesn't get into the room with the door closed. And it's very impactful.
I never
And
knew that.
It's absolutely, I ask you to check it out, check the video out. There's a short version of it on there, it's just a few minutes long. And it really can save lives. Once you see it, it's really just, it hits home. And one of the things that we're gonna do is we're gonna burn a second time with this prop, and we're going to have no one there, and have ECAT with multiple cameras with real high quality audio, and really try to make a PSA that we hope to go viral and share it with the other fire departments in the state, because as far as I know, we're the only local fire department that's done a prop like this in the state, maybe even more. So we're hoping to really have that take off and be kind of one of the hallmarks of our open house.
That's great.
We'll have a lot of other things too, but I wanted to kind of share that big a moment for us.
Awesome. And then we're getting close to the time where daylight savings time is when we check our batteries and our carbon monoxide detectors.
Absolutely, getting that dark
Excellent.
time of the year where the clock goes back and gets dark at 4:15 or something. But yes, we want you to check your clock, check your smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and we always tell people if you have trouble with them, call us. We'll come
Great.
and give you a hand too.
Excellent.
So-
Thank you. All right. Any comments, questions?
I was just say it's been a big draw, obviously, for my kids for many years, and this was before I learned about the dunk tank. So super excited this year, and we will be out to support.
If you want to do the dunk tank, I think at a meeting I had this morning, planning meeting for it, I think 12:15 to 12:45 is the dunk tank.
All right.
So there's your
we'll
key
plan.
time to come, and then stay till 1 because then you can see the burn prop.
Well, Jamie's son is a baseball player, and he's probably got a pretty good arm.
We'll have to move him back a little bit.
Excellent. All right, Craig.
I move to approve the road closure request for the fire department's annual open house, September 28th, 2024, from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., 48 Lothrop Street in Easton.
Second.
That's Bodger and Lamb. All in favor? Unanimous. Have a great event.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you, Chief.
Okay, the next item that we have is vote to accept a gift to the Easton Fire Department from the Easton Lions Club.
If I may make a quick comment on this one.
Sure.
This has become an annual donation from the Lions Club to help support the open house. So it was great that they're tied together tonight on the agenda, because I just want to thank the Lions Club because they're hugely supportive, and the open house isn't cheap to put on, especially the way we do it now. So every dollar counts, and their donation goes a long way. So
Lions
thank you to
Club is
Lions
very
Club.
generous. If you're a Lions Club member, raise your hand. Craig. And if you want to become a Lions Club member, reach out to us and we will connect you with the right people.
It's a great organization that helps the fire department. You should sign up.
That's right. All right, and you, sure in the packet you've sent a letter of thanks to them, and
Yes, we always send a letter out.
yeah.
Absolutely.
excellent. So we have to vote to accept the gift. So Craig?
I move to accept the gift to the Easton Fire Department from the Easton Lions Club in the amount of $1,500.
Second.
So that's Bodger and Lamb. All in favor? Unanimous. Great, thank you so much.
Thank you all. Great to see you.
Thank you, Chief. Good
Thank
seeing
you.
you.
See you on Saturday.
All right, so next we have the Easton Shoveltown Cultural District Management Partnership Team. We have an alternate appointment, and it is contested. We have two candidates, Kathleen Nelson and Christine Oldsey. I can't pronounce, I'm not going to pronounce the last name properly, but. OJ. OJ, well, that's easy. Come on up, and we're glad to have you here tonight. If you just want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about why you want to be on the Cultural District team.
Sure. So Kristen OJ, I've been in Easton for 2.5 years now. Me and my husband actually got married right here a year and a half ago. Had our wedding at the Cuiset House.
Wow.
So I think just living here, I've really grown to love the history and culture and everything that has to do with Easton. So that kind of prompted me to want to volunteer for this group. And my day job is a project manager, so I think that is also a valuable skill set to have for any committee and executing on whatever the strategic goals are for the group.
It also says that you have a lot of experience working in entertainment, events, and nonprofit industry. So one of the things we do, so I'm chair of the cultural district, and we do a lot of events. We just had a big music show yesterday, music festival, and we have art shows and things like that. So just tell us a little bit about your work with events.
Sure. So my first job out of school was as an assistant event director. So I set up mud runs across the country, so I know how to organize from pre-planning, planning, execution, organizing volunteers, things like that from start to finish for events like that. And then I've had a summer job ever since college, and then on and off for the past 10 years at the South Shore Music Circus in Cohasset, so I know how to do anything box office related. That is a nonprofit organization that also gives back to the local community. And I also volunteered with a national nonprofit for AAPI Leaders in Boston. So we held our national leadership conference in 2023. And that entailed hiring different performers, artists, things like that. And we actually held a makers market. So local AAPI vendors, and organized that for one of the nights of the 3-day conference. So have
Great.
a little experience in this and that.
Terrific.
Awesome.
Any comments or questions from the board?
When can you sign up?
Well, great. So we appreciate you being here, and we have one other. Kathleen is not here, so I don't. No, that's not Kathleen. So I'll read her resume, and then we're just going to deliberate and we'll vote. So.
Okay. I also brought copies of mine if you want it after.
We have it in our packet.
Oh, okay, great.
Oh, no, we don't have your resume, though. We have your application.
Okay.
Is
Is that what you brought, was resume
Yeah,
copies?
I can give them after.
Sure. Awesome, thank you.
Well,
Thank you,
you.
Kristen.
All right, and the other applicant was Kathleen Nelson, and she applied for the Cultural District, the Recreation Commission, or the Tricentennial Committee. So she works in enterprise technology, has business marketing, business management and leadership, customer-facing work, and relationship management. And data management and analysis, digital marketing, and AI innovation. So I really think, being somebody who works with the cultural district, I will say that the event planning part is really something that's very helpful to us. Does anybody else have any thoughts?
I'll just say, both candidates, I mean, Kristen, very nice to meet you and have you be here in person. And Kathleen, it sounds like we have two amazing people in town that, regardless of who we pick, right, the other person will be many opportunities for
Right.
volunteering. But so, yeah, I'm happy to vote and tell you. Do you want me to start with who I would choose, or?
Sure.
Yeah, I would choose Kristen.
Well, a motion and a second, and then a roll call vote.
So
So you're making the motion?
yeah, I make a motion that we appoint Kristen OJ with the term expiring June 30th, 2025.
Okay. So that's Stebbins and Stacy, and a roll call vote.
Stebbins OJ.
Stacy Odesi, right?
Lamb OJ?
Sorry.
Fulgenetti OJ.
Roger OJ.
Great. And I will reach out to Kathleen. So this committee, we do obviously a lot of events, but it's not limited to anybody who wants to volunteer and be a part of it. So the alternate is so that if we don't have a quorum, that person gets to vote then. But if Kathleen is interested in becoming a part of it, we can find something for her to be a part of with her skill set as well for the digital marketing and everything. So.
Great.
This term expires on June 30th, 2025.
Okay. The town clerk will reach out to you, and you'll have to get sworn in. The next meeting that we have, it's the third Thursday of the month at 6 o'clock at Oak Ames Hall. but you'll get all that information. All right, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, the Economic Development Council appointment. Stephanie Leone has applied for that. Stephanie was supposed to be here but got delayed by travel. We're familiar with her. She used to work in Representative Claire Cronin's office, and this is an uncontested application. So, anybody have any comments or questions?
No, I've known Stephanie for a long time, and I move to appoint Stephanie Leone to the Economic Development Council for the term expiring June 30th, 2027.
Second.
That's Bodger and Lamb. Roll call vote. Leone.
Thank you.
That's her last name.
Stebbins Leon.
Stacy Leon.
Lamb Leon.
Fulgenetti Leone.
Barger Leone.
All right. And next, we have an update from the Tricentennial Committee with Chair David Clifton and Vice Chair Dale Carrister, and they brought props.
Oh, we did, yeah, we're prepared.
Come on up.
We're actually here selling merchandise.
Props are on the floor behind you.
Oh, thank you. Is that that one?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for being here tonight and giving us an update. We've got some really great things to tell us about.
We certainly do, and I certainly would like to take this opportunity to thank the Select Board for your vision way back in late 2022, and then we had our first meeting in 2023. And tonight, we join you on behalf of the Tricentennial Committee. And before I make some comments, I would like to volunteer my vice chair to sit on the Duncan booth at the Fire
thank you.
Department open house.
Very nice of you, thank you, appreciate that. You're all full, right? You got enough?
It is an honor and a privilege to update the board on our progress. And I know I've been before the board a few times, but tonight I can actually say we have many of our activities in concrete. We have the dates, the times, the places. We have the sponsors. We have people in the community who have come forward to donate to the celebration. We have many volunteers on board, and we have some precious coordinators for each event to make things happen. Our theme, as you know, is to bring families and community together. And I say that not just to the board, but to our viewing audience as well here in ECAT, that this is a special town. It's a community that enjoys doing things. There's a lot of history that goes with this community. And I can tell by making the rounds. Although I've retired, I feel like I have a full-time job just making my way around the community, getting involved in the activities, the fundraising, and all the things that go with a big-time celebration. I did give you some pass-out material. I gave you a copy of the schedule of our signature events. There's going to be another schedule coming out with a bunch of events that are sponsored by other organizations in the town, not necessarily paid for by our celebration committee. These two signs, Dale and I don't go anywhere without it. When people see us, they go, oh my God, he's got a sign. We have 300 signs scattered around town. These are the lawn signs. We, believe it or not, have about 125 pole signs that are going to be going up, banners on all the wooden poles, on Main Street, on Center Street, at the 5 corners. We're doing a TV show on a monthly basis, and for the 3 to 5 people that are watching, we hope that they'll continue to watch because we got an awful lot to celebrate. When I think, as I said to the board before, the world's gotten a little crazy, and it's time to celebrate. And here in the town of Easton, we're going to do just that. We're going to be able to pay all the bills. We're going to be able to round up many volunteers, and we don't have to work hard asking because people are excited about this celebration. Can you imagine 300 years? I thank Craig, who's our select board representative, and before him, we had Mark. And of course, Sean has been working with us on a day-to-day basis, relating messages back and forth to the busy Connor Reed. So I also gave you a sheet that lists the fundraising update. So you get a pretty good idea of all the folks in town who have donated, and people are still calling. I say to the board right now, we got a ways to go before we get to the finish line. But we can actually say to the board tonight on TV that we have a little over $300,000. Our goal is $365,000, and we're still knocking on doors to bring in whatever funds we can to make this celebration. Whether it's the parade, a giant parade on Center Street and Main Street on July 12th, or maybe it's on Flag Day, which is June 14th, where we're going to celebrate not only a fireworks display at 9 p.m., but we're also going to have a family picnic. We're going to have a band concert from 7 to 9. We also are going to have a special flag ceremony, and we're going to salute all of our Easton veterans. How thankful and how grateful we are to them. But we got a block party that's scheduled. We have a gala on December 27th. That block party is on September 6th. I'm not making this up because I have it right up here in my mind, and you have a way of checking my dates. We have an art and cultural festival that'll be taking place on the 26th of April. April 19th, Langwater is going to have a family fun day with the crowds of people. We have something for people of all ages, whether it's a tall guy like this or a short guy like me. We hope to bring people together, and the bottom line is fun, a sense of community where people come together, enjoy the history of this town. Can you imagine, as I said before, 300 years? I wanted to have Dale talk a little bit about reach out program to organizations in the community and how important that is. It's we got a very active Lions Club. I said that first because he's a member, but we got other organizations in town who have stepped up to the plate. We do have coming back a facility approval from the groups in town that are permitting us to use their facility. Governor Ames Estate, Stonehill College for 2 events. We also have the high school for the bonfire on October 11th. And of course, the fireworks will take place on June 14th. So lots of activity. Community outreach is so important. Take it away, Dale, who's going to sit on the Duncan booth.
Well, there must have been a misunderstanding. I thought the board was asking me to come here to reprise one of my best dance moves from the music festival yesterday. I take it the answer is no. We really.
No, yes, that follows this.
So one of the things that I really feel strongly about is there's so many different wonderful organizations in town doing wonderful things, and I've had the privilege of reaching out to a lot of the community organizations to partner with us. So in addition to all the signature events that Dave had mentioned, we're also working with a lot of those community organizations to do a lot of other events throughout town. So by way of example, the Lions are planning on doing their sort of annual celebration of Easton, but this year for 2025 will be a celebration of Easton's history. That likely will be sometime in May. We've also been in touch with the temple in town along with Unity Church and various of the other churches. And we're going to be doing an interfaith service that will be open for all, likely to be held at Oaks Ames Hall. And, you know, this time more than in any other time, I think it's important that we all come together. And that's one of the wonderful things about the year's worth of celebrations that we're doing, because so many folks are coming together in so many different ways. We've been in touch with House of Possibilities. We'll be in touch, you know, we've been in touch with the Children's Museum. And a lot of just fantastic activities that are going on. So those are ongoing in terms of our planning for that. Tomorrow night, we are having a open house at the VFW. We encourage everybody to come. It's 7 o'clock at the VFW. It's on Allen Road, for those who don't know, 7 to 8:30. And we're gonna have all of the coordinators for the various events. I wanna echo something that David mentioned. In addition to the appointed community members, we have had such an outpouring of support from other folks who have volunteered to help out, whether it's Anne Marie Taylor and Amanda Hurley or Dan and Jamie Anderson, who are taking the lead in organizing these events. So Amanda and Anne Marie have taken the lead in doing our January 4th event at Stonehill, which will be the formal kickoff, and then finishing in December 27th at Stonehill with a gala event. Dan and Jamie Anderson are running the block party on September 6th. We're also working with folks like the Oaks Lane Memorial Hall and the Lions Club. They'll be doing a New Year's Eve concert this year to sort of kick off the event. So tomorrow night from 7 until 8:30, and Steve Shaw and the VFW has been kind enough to offer some light refreshments and to host us tomorrow. I think we're gonna have some great attendance there. Really encourage folks to come by. All of those coordinators will be there. So for community organizations and anybody else, whether you're looking to volunteer or otherwise, we encourage you to come on down. You can learn a little bit more about what those events are and how your organization might be able to help, or how you might be able to help volunteer. We've also just recently kicked off our merchandise sales, and this again is courtesy of Amanda and Anne Marie. Put an extraordinary amount of time, and this is with the benefit of the logo that Piper Journali's put together, which through a logo contest that we have now in a lot of merchandise. And we did a kickoff of the merchandise at Shoveltown Brewery on Friday the 13th, and we sold about $1,200 to $1,300 worth of merchandise just on that one day alone. And yesterday, we had a table set up at the concert, and I don't know what the final figures are in it because I couldn't figure out how to operate that point of sale system, but that's another story. We had another day where I have no doubt that we were significantly north of that figure that we had done for the prior event, and we'll have the merchandise there again tomorrow. And Sean, thank you to you and Joe Petey for coordinating with us. The town was kind enough to allow us to work with the town's rec desk and point of sale system, so we've been using that. And so those items are currently available for sale. We'll be updating our website shortly. So we have great items, you know, whether it's a wool cap, something like this, another cap like this, a quarter zip like this. We have a great blanket that, if I may, stand up, I'll show this for you. And this one's only $40. You can't say no to something like this. I don't know if I have it up right here, but does that look like I have it up the correct way?
There it is. Yep.
There you go.
Okay. So $40 for this, really, it's awesome. We have these are just memento items that will be great for folks to have as a reminder of how we have pewter shovels, we have all sorts of coffee mugs, and one of my favorites, the bourbon glasses, which I've already bought 2 of those. But I tested them too to make sure that they're all good. So it's going to be fantastic, and it's just been one of those events where, as Dave was saying, you don't have to ask twice of anybody. Folks have just been knocking on our doors. How can we help? And it's just a feeling, a positive feeling of the town coming together. And one of the other things that's kind of neat, if you look up there, that's actually a copy of the original charter, I think, for Easton. It was December 21st, 1725, and the town incorporated, as I understand, in part because we had enough people at that point to form their own parish. Folks were a little tired of traveling down to Norton. You know, and Easton was the east end of the Taunton North Purchase. And I've been in touch with Rabbi Carr from the temple and some of the churches as well. And they are also talking about on the actual 300th anniversary, which falls on a Sunday, you have a ringing of the bell. So it might be at noon or something like that, which I think would be really kind of a neat thing to symbolize the actual 300th anniversary. So we're really excited about it. Thanks for all the support from the select board. And any questions that we can answer?
I just have a final comment. The department heads in the town of Easton are outstanding. Between the board and the administration, what a terrific job. Perfect example is our fire chief. I'm not saying it just because he happens to be here, but the fact is he's coordinating the fireworks and the bonfire. And he steps up to the plate to do whatever he can. DPW, the director, Dave Fields, outstanding. I mean, I started out talking about 60 banners, and each time I've gone in and said it's increased, he had a smile on his face. And these banners we want to show you because We have some artists in town who have done a terrific job.
And Dave, these are going to be on Main Street and also down at Five Corners, correct?
Five Corners, and they're going to be the parade route as well on Center Street. It's going to decorate the town between between the posters at the businesses. We're going to have to wear sunglasses as we walk around the town. One final thing I'd like to say to the board. We'd like to have you participate in any of the activities. Some of them are going to be ceremonial, whether you're cutting a cake or maybe helping us get the governor to come to our parade. We're going to put an anniversary book together with the photos of the governor, the select board. And I know that there's a lot of things that you do, but this is a one-shot deal with this celebration. And you have your names all over this celebration. So we're excited about it. I'm thankful that you're making me feel young again by jumping in and getting involved a second or third time doing something like this. Hats off to all of the volunteers that give their time, their talent, their ideas, their resources, and to the entire community for stepping up. They even have provided their funds to make dreams come real. Thank you very much for having us.
Stay there for a second because we'll talk about the next item. But do you want to start with you, Jamie, if you have any comments? Or
I'll just say it's very exciting. I think the paraphernalia for sale is fantastic. It all looks beautiful, and the signs look amazing as well. I've seen a number of the yard signs out already. And Dave and Dale, I know you have a big team behind you, and you would ask that we thank all of them as well. So please, on our behalf, thank you to you and to all the team leads and team members.
Jen?
It has been really awesome seeing the evolution of this, and every time you come in, the updates are more exciting, and which is hard to match because you bring great energy to every update. So, it's contagious. I think that's showing in the response to people wanting to participate and be involved, and that's just momentum that's going to keep on rolling. So,
A lot of excitement in the air.
a huge thank you to you both. Thank you to the committee. Thank you to all the volunteers now, and those who don't even know they're going to be future volunteers, because there's going to be a lot of them.
As I said to Dale, we're as good as the volunteers we surround ourselves with. There are many, and it tells a story about this community.
Yeah, I
Terrific.
think just such a tasteful job with the types of events and how they fit together and the flow of it all. So just very exciting. Thank you.
Dave, I don't think I could have topped what you have said, but this is an amazing year, and to have seen it from a little seedling to where it's grown now, I'm in awe. And thank you to you, Dave. You're up here, you're saying thank you to everybody, but you're the centerpiece, you're the hub, and your steadfast persistence when you had ideas that even I remember being at the table and saying, this is a lot. How is he going to pull this off? And you are pulling it off. You're doing it. We're almost there, so I can't thank you enough.
Much appreciation.
I'm very pleased to be the representative from the select board on the committee. And I want to echo what Mark said. It's been an amazing experience. And I look forward to continuing to work with you guys for the rest of this year and into 2025.
A couple of things that I just made note of. Congratulations on getting the Shoveltown Brewery to name a beer after the 300th. So that was a very nice unveiling the other night, and really packed crowd of people that were there and excited to be at the table. So, including Amanda bringing a 10-week-old baby in her volunteer duties. I mean,
But to every meeting as well.
exactly. I mean, that's a powerful volunteer right there. So. She was selling merch and rocking the baby carriage yesterday.
The baby's not a voting member.
Not yet, anyway.
I did want to mention, because you told me a couple of things that I let lapse, and one of them is the select board. We need to pick a date where we can get a picture, and Christopher Ventresco is going to do that. So afterwards, before we leave tonight, let's try to pick a time to do that. The police had their picture done in front of Oaks Ames Hall, and I saw a lot of Facebook chatter, like, is there an emergency going on? Because the whole police force was out there, and it's a great picture. The other thing is that you had mentioned to me about doing a letter to the governor, so I'll talk with you and we'll get a letter to her requesting that and asking for her picture. I know her press agent, so we might be able to get it in there. And then finally, I just really want to reflect on Lee Williams. This was so important to him, and he spent a lot of time. In fact, for his 80th birthday, he asked people to give donations for this. He's been working on it for a long time. And I can feel his presence every time we talk about this. And I think he would be so proud of the work that's being done. You're really honoring him as well. So I just wanted to put that out there. And I know you think of that, yourselves when you're doing it too.
Yeah, that's how and why we're off and running, because we sat around the tables probably more than a year and a half ago, after the select board had appointed us, and we're kind of like, okay, what do we do now? And one of the things we talked about initially was that initial grant of support from Lee, to get us off and running. And
$54,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, and we've been thankful for that. And it's not just that financial contribution. I mean, so many folks in town have been touched by what Lee has done for this town. We had the opportunity yesterday as part of the concert event to talk to a lot of folks, and so many of them had talked about Lee's importance to not just about this celebration, but the town more generally. And I was one of them recruited by him to join the Lions Club, and some of the other folks have as well. And I also just want to echo something you said, Mark. I'm extraordinarily grateful for all that Dave has done. He is always thanking everybody else repeatedly, and always in such a good-natured way, and has led the charge, not just in the execution of this, but setting the tone. And it is the principal reason why this thing is coming out the way in which it is. So on behalf of the committee, thank you.
Thank you very much, Dale.
And so the other thing that I wanted to mention is that people can still donate, people and businesses. So if you go to easton300.org, there is a button for donations. And Courtney Pupkin is the one who is heading up the fundraising, and her information is there to contact her if you would like to connect to make a donation. So that's a good time to segue into our next item on the agenda, which is the Select Board would like to contribute to your year-long celebration. And we are looking at considering $20,000 of available gift funds from the Stonehill College. We receive a gift from Stonehill every year, and I think that would be a great way to spend some of that money. Does anybody on the board have any comments, questions?
The least we can do.
Does anybody want to say no? Okay, I didn't think so.
Appropriate, because we had a
Yes.
conversation with the police, fire, and DPW about security, and it's not inexpensive to do that. So this would be very helpful to cover those kind of expenses.
Well, thank you very much. That moved us closer to the end zone.
They haven't
Right.
voted on it yet. have they?
Are you gonna stop fundraising when you hit the goal, or just move the goal?
All right, Craig?
So I move to approve the Stonehill College gift funds for Tricentennial Committee to support Easton's 300th anniversary celebration in the amount of $20,000.
Second, Lamb.
Bodger and Lamb, all in favor? Unanimous. Excellent.
Thank you very much. Hugely appreciated.
Appreciate it.
And I'm sure we'll see you back here again soon with even bigger updates.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like that blanket.
I do too.
$40, you can't
I
beat
like
it.
that blanket.
Dale, what is the
You
website we
have,
go
you have
to?
signs.
You go to
I have some people who want
easton300.org.
signs, David.
I'm going to
And we're
leave
just
these
that-
signs. I have them in my car.
Pictures and everything.
I'm going to leave them with
It ties to the
Connor.
rec desk as well.
And
I think we have one there right
And
next
it
to our
comes with the
hours.
hangers. You can put on your front lawn or give it to someone. that
I
you
have
think
somebody.
should
I have two
carry it.
people that are interested on Massapog, so that'd be a good place to put them out. So
I saw about 15 of these just driving over here tonight, so
Yeah.
somebody's been out there, and I think I
Yeah.
know who it was, but no, it's awesome. Thanks again, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next, we have a discussion and vote on contract DPW 2024-19, change order 1, K&K excavation for Day Street, Barrow Street, Oakland Ave, water main improvement project.
Sure, thank you, Dottie. Attached in your packet, there's a memo and a change order from Department of Public Works related to the ongoing water main improvements that you just referenced. The contractor encountered more quantities of ledge on the project than was originally estimated. There was a kind of time and material component here that was previously agreed upon. And so this would pay for what needed to be removed, which is $108,000 to the contract, bringing the value to $1.227 million from the original of $1.125. This would be funded out of remaining available funds from the Water Division's ongoing water main replacement capital program. At this point, most of the work has been completed. DPW would plan to repave that entire project area next year once the temp pavement settles, so that'll be a real substantial improvement to the infrastructure in that area of town.
Terrific. Any questions?
Oh, I move to approve the contract DPW 2024-19, change order number 1, K&K Excavation, Day Street, Barrel Street, Oakland Ave, Water Main Improvement Project in the amount of $108,014.
Second.
It's Bodger and Lamb. All in favor? Unanimous. Next, we have discussion and vote on setting of the Select Board 2025 meeting schedule. So in our packet, we have a list of the dates for our meetings for the next year. We did look to try to make sure it didn't conflict with any religious high holidays or any like school vacations or anything like that. So
Yeah, I appreciate Elizabeth sending it out to me so I can go over it this time. Thank you very much, Elizabeth.
anybody have any dates that don't look good to them?
It's
Never mind. Sorry, I asked.
I wish I knew.
really good having it in advance, though.
Yeah,
because it is
100%.
nice to, as much as possible, work around it.
Right.
So that's
So I
appreciated.
expect in the next week I'll get the emails where it will go on my calendar automatically and I'll just be clicking add to calendar, you know those emails?
Yes.
Yeah. So no, it's great that it's planned out because I can look at my calendar at any
Yeah.
given time and just know.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that it's worth noting, so when we go to, big things with Mass Municipal Association and we see other communities and other select boards, we have a very young select board, most of the people on here. And I think that comes with a lot of sacrifice. I'm including myself as one of the older ones, Craig. I'm including myself in that too. But it comes with, some sacrifice because younger people have younger families. And I just want to say how much I appreciate that. And I appreciate everything that's contributed. And I want people to think about that, you all have full-time jobs. Craig has full-time volunteering jobs. I have a full-time job. We travel, we do things. And so that's, to be able to do this at the same time, it's a real value to us, a value to the town. And I just want to say how much I appreciate it.
I'll say thank you for saying that because, the three of us, we have young kids and we travel for work. And I don't know about you guys, but when I miss a meeting, there's a lot of guilt that I'm not able to be here. So just hearing you say that and the understanding is noted. Appreciate that.
I want to echo what Donnie just said. We very much appreciate your involvement, and it's a good example for people in this town.
Thank you.
It's a good example for your kids. And I love when they come with us to the different events and march in the parades with us and
Or stand in for us.
or stand in for us. Yes, we've had that too. But it really, that's one of the different dynamics when you have a younger board like we have in Easton, and it brings a great perspective to us. So, all right.
Thank you, Dottie and Craig.
Craig, do you want to make a motion?
So I move to approve the setting of the Select Board 2025 meeting schedule.
Second.
Bodger and Lamb, all in favor? Unanimous. Great. Next, we have the acceptance of the minutes of September 9th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
It's Bodger and Lamb, all in favor? Unanimous. Town administrator notes.
Sure, I have a couple, and I'll probably steal one from you now, Dottie, and say I want to give a shout out to Amy Rodriguez and the entire Shovel Town Cultural District management team, all the volunteers involved in planning not just the end of summer festival that we had downtown yesterday, which was awesome and well attended, but for all the events that that volunteer group puts on around town all year. It's funded through grants. There's a huge value add to the community without any impact on our pretty tight operating budget. And it's just a really special part about Easton. So thank you to Amy, thank you Dottie, and everyone on the board, as well as all the local businesses who show up and take part. It's really a great day. I also want to acknowledge Dottie, who was recently recognized by Wings of Hope for her years of dedication to the Substance Use Prevention Coalition. Wings of Hope, along with their volunteers, bring education, awareness, and policy change to combat youth substance use. This is something Dottie's worked on, I think, for most, if not the entire time you've been on the board, which is more, what is it, a decade now?
It's 10 years, yeah.
And you have always been really passionate about it, whether you were a chair or a new member. It's something you care a lot about. I know you contribute an enormous amount of time for a lot of value to the community. And it's great that they're recognizing that. So thank you, Dottie, for your work there, and to everyone at Wings of Hope for what they do. So.
Thank you. All right, Sean, do you have any?
Sure. Two brief updates. One, climate action planning update. We are now in contract with KLA, and so I'll be meeting with them this week to start that process, and we'll have a more definitive timeline. Hopefully for the next meeting, I'll be able to give you some more concrete updates, but that's off and running, which we're very excited about. And then secondly, which I think is exciting, is that we're transitioning to the new version of Permitize that health, building, conservation, and all the other town departments are on, that we've been a little delayed on. We're going to be launching that next Monday. We'll be officially transitioned over, and with that we'll include some downtime from the end of business this Wednesday through the 30th when it launches. Shouldn't affect the broader public, but we'll have notice up on our website to make sure that folks that are applying for a permit or license will know that they can either get in contact with our office or wait until the 30th to apply.
Excellent. That's a lot of work.
Happy to finally be there for at that point. We've been talking about it the whole time that I've been here, so I'm excited that and Elizabeth has been really great. So we're both, as permit folks, excited that this is up and running.
We appreciate you getting that over the finish line. Select board notes.
I'm just going to piggyback on Connor's congrats on your work with Wings of Hope, and because it affects all of us, and whether it's personal family or close friends, or we just know that this has been a major battle, and I'm proud of you, proud of a lot of the things you do, and that people don't know about. So thank you, Connor, for bringing that up tonight. I think this is a wonderful thing. Substance, addiction, and I think we're starting to see some positive trends, right? Some positive things in the work and effort, and it's people like you that we're in the trenches working on this and trying to better communities for a long time. So thank you.
Thank you.
What Jamie said, thank you for your leadership. You just continue to contribute in ways that have a real impact, and this is an important thing, so thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Very well deserved.
Thanks, Mark.
I just want to wish our Jewish members of our community a Happy New Year, starting October 2nd. Shana Tova to everybody, and it's the new year, and I'm very excited about it at the synagogue. So Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year, Craig. And I would just mention that we had our second meeting of the Promoting a Sustainable Easton, PACE, and it was broadcast on ECAT, so it is available for people to watch. I hope people will watch it. Really great discussion, really great educational opportunities about the budget. And we will be meeting again soon, and those meetings will be televised. So hope people will tune in. And with that, if there's nothing else, I would take a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Barger.
Second, Lamb.
Barger and Lamb, all in favor? Unanimous. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.